In this video, we're going to learn how to run a slideshow, both in the regular slideshow view as well as in the slideshow view that's only visible to the person presenting to the audience. And there are benefits of each one, so let's dive into it. So we're going to start by going to the slideshow tab, and we're going to go to the setup group. And in this setup group, we're going to click on Setup Slideshow. And what we want to make sure is that it says presented by speaker, okay, so that the presenter who is actually speaking in front of some kind of audience will be the one who's actually orchestrating the slideshow itself. Typically this will mean that there's more manual changes to the slides. So where it says advanced slides, we're going to say manually, meaning that someone is, again, presenting to an audience and they are just, moving through the slides one at a time through, let's say the arrow keys on their computer or page up, page down. Let's go ahead and click on OK. And in the slideshow tab, in the Start Slideshow group, let's click on From Beginning so that we can start our presentation from the very first slide. And on your keyboard, use the page down option, or the page down key, to advance through the slides. And you can see that there's already transitions set up between the slides. Once you get to slide 3, this one where it says Our Role, use page up instead twice to get back to the first slide. Okay, great. Now let's hit escape right now. That's going to return us to the normal view. Let's click on slide 5 and let's use the following shortcut, Shift F5. So Shift F5 is going to start the slideshow from whatever slide we happen to be selecting. So let's say for whatever reason we want to see this slide in the slideshow view. So what we'll do is we're going to say, let's say that we want to highlight something on this slide in the middle of our presentation. What we'll do is we'll hover our cursor over the bottom here where we have this little pen, and we'll select the highlighter option. By default, the color is yellow, which is what we want it to be. And we will typically highlight if, of course, we're drawing attention to something that's on the slide. So let's say we want to draw attention to this figure of 15%. We might highlight it in the middle of the slide, and we can actually save that later on if we want to as well. But we might want to just highlight it in the moment for our audience, in which case we wouldn't bother actually saving it. Okay, so again, that's something that we would do in the middle of a presentation. Let's hit escape. It's going to ask us if we want to keep our ink annotations, and we'll go ahead and just say no, so we'll discard. Okay, and one other thing we can do, and let's do this again, Shift F5. One other thing we can do is we can actually view all the slides at once. So we can right click and we can choose the See All Slides option, and that will look similar to the slide sorter view. And we can just navigate to whichever one we want from there in the middle of the presentation. Okay, so that's very convenient, particularly for long presentations. Let's hit escape once again. And if we go to slide 5 again, you'll see that the highlighted text is just regular text again, because we didn't save our changes.